yeah, man, as a normal person, I pretty much, I've tried everything, humanly possible, for a regular person to do. I mean, like a normal person, not, a street person or anything like that. But I mean, like a normal person, I did everything I possibly could, to secure my life. Like, for instance, for example, for my homes and livelihoods to be compromised now at this point, it's just not logical. Because 3 years ago, you feel me? I mean, I did everything possible. I mean, all the appropriate entities and things were contacted verbally and formally. I mean, and written. My situation I've explained in great detail on dozens of occasions. To numerous entities and things. Only at the end, only for ultimately me to be stonewalled. And so that leaves me, out just like a sore thumb, having to try to get in touch. I called dozens of entities trying to, get understanding on my situation, legal experts in America. Nobody, all of a sudden, everybody loses knowledge of the law. I've been through all these things hundreds of times, tireless, So, I mean, at this point in my life, I'm just not interested in doing things or anything that I already did so many times already. You feel me? I've been through this, and that's the thing, people don't really know all I've been through. You feel me? They just know. You feel me? They don't know everything I've been through. They know pieces. They know the pieces. There's so many hidden chapters, man, to this story that people just don't know, man. I've been in some real messed up situation that still isn't unresolved from years ago already. It just, things happen, there's horrible things happen in such quick succession that I didn't even have time to talk about it. You feel me? That's how it is. I'm being bored year after year, all year long. Regardless of what my circumstances are or whatever, by somebody, you feel me? And I've been getting bored the whole time. Influential figures and things, man, it's so weird. I was getting bored and attacked and bullied, stalked and hunted and tried to attempt murder on by, some of the same influences, since like way back. Like in 2014, that before my circumstances ever was anything close to what they look like today. And now, out these entities and influences already like on my life secretly, you feel me? Doing all this evil stuff to me on the low that I didn't understand why, what, who, or what, when, feel me? Until later. And over the time, throughout the years, they, things start, coming together. But I mean, now it's weird because like some of those same ones here, now these days, that's to, and now it's like the situation is public. It's like the same entity of, influential figures was there all this time, the whole time really, but just now is it public, you feel me? So it's like it's okay for them to be as if they got my best interest in mind, when they don't have my best interest in mind, you feel me? Not at all. Been some of the same entities, not all the same entities, but some of the same ones, they've been there the whole time without, destroying my life. And now it's like, it's public, so it's like, well, it's accepted that there's some people in my life, they not here to help me. They wasn't here to help me back then, But I mean, it's just as a regular person, you feel me? I did everything I possibly could, to secure my legacy, secure my life, my livelihoods, just to survive and exist, as an artist and an author and an influence for God, with a ministry for God. I've done everything I possibly can as a regular person, you feel me? To secure those things, aspects of my life and my legacy. And this is what it is, man. I'm being blatantly, like what the Bible says, if the foundation broken, what can the righteous do? A lot of this whole, these situations, like the nature, actually, I don't look at it like in different situations. What I've been going through is the same thing I've been going through like pretty much my entire life. It's one long, campaign. That's how I look at it, It's really what it is, man. It's one long campaign over 20 years, really. But I mean, the last 7, I was just as, it's just like, that's around the time when I would naturally, be able to possibly come to an understanding of what's happening in my life, and I could possibly be able to figure it out, which I also don't think that's a coincidence. You feel me? By being at that amount of time. At these specific times, up to 7 years ago and all that. So, a lot of my stuff talking, you got certain people trying to claim my stuff to disinvent my legacy, like they're trying to cover up a situation. You feel me? They use or pay certain people to do certain things in order to overshadow my legacy and hide the truth of the matter from things, you know? So it's a premeditated, pre-planned thing. Well, yeah, man, I've been through these situations so much. You feel me? As a regular person, I did everything I possibly could to get help for myself already. You know what I'm saying? That was years ago already. You know, so I mean, I just don't understand why my life had to be interrupted at all behind any situation that I already thoroughly prevented. You feel me? I prevented thoroughly. I mean, over the top, you know, from quotes, testimony, recordings, time sensitive, you know what I mean? Pictures, you know, everything, including contacting, you know, whoever would care. You feel me? Who's supposed to care? I mean, as a normal person, I mean, everything I possibly could. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at this point right here is just, what else can you do? You know, as a regular person, as a civilian, you know, everything possible. I mean, I contacted numerous entities, explained my story for hours. You feel me? Very intelligently, very respectfully. You know what I'm saying? To all the correspondence. You feel me? You know, and I informed, break down situations thoroughly. Like, as far as like what's been happening in my life that I can see, though I didn't understand what it was. I didn't know nothing about the satanic cults. You feel me? I didn't know nothing about, you know, really much about the laws of the lands and all these things at the time. You feel me? I didn't understand all this. And I later would learn that, you know, certain things not right and I should probably try to get help. So I did. You know what I mean? I've come into the situation like a child. You feel me? Not like an expert on any of these things. That's the point of me trying to seek, you know what I'm saying, help and understanding on my life and my situation, like, as far as, like, what's happening to me. I mean, I didn't know, I didn't have no heads up. Nobody taught me, informed me, you know what I'm saying, I was never educated. Like, I mean, it just was a situation that I was not prepared for, but yet it was there, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I didn't understand, so I was seeking understanding on the matter, and then, I found out that it was worse than anything I ever imagined. You feel me? And then I learned that it's worse than anything I ever imagined. So, I mean, it just was a compounding situation, you know what I mean? I didn't know I had the answers for it. But I tried to seek help, you know, the best way I knew how, you know what I mean? Through knowledge and, you know, understanding and education. And so and then that's when I learned that everything was pre-planned. So, I mean, it's a situation that was not made for a person to survive at all. You feel me? It wasn't made for me to come back from or, to, you know, as a person, influence, artist, none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was a situation that it was supposed to be impossible. And so, I mean, that's what it is. And so, I have that's the main thing, a problem I have, like a situation why could a situation I prevented so long ago can still be destroying my life right now? You feel me? And that's part of my biggest problem, man. Because as a normal person, as a regular person, you know, in this kind of position, you know, in these circumstances, I did everything I possibly could, you know what I mean, to protect my ministry for God. And then you see it now still being overshadowed in spite of all the, you know, counter-terroristic measures that I've taken already, you know, and even my counter-terroristic methods and measures, you know, are being, you know, used against me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as if it's the country, you know what I'm saying, like society itself don't want, you know, it don't want God. Like literally, like it fighting tooth and nail to prevent me from having a ministry for God and from existing as an influence and stuff through assimilation and every other thing, you know? So I mean, it's like, what else can you do? The foundation is like literally broken on purpose. Like, really, man, like the foundation broken, man, it's influential figures that's underhanded that, I mean, but personally, me knowing, being an observation as a witness and a victim only of this stuff, you know, I just talk about, you know, what I've seen, what I've observed, what I've been through as a Christian in society because, you know, upon gathering the information and knowing, you know, and learning about the laws of the lands and learning about what's happening in my life and what has happened, then, I mean, I've come to the conclusion that whatever I'm going through is the only purpose that it will have to be here, you know, with the, you know, when you add in, you know, my testimony, and my, you know, including my recordings, my quotes, and even my old poetry, you know, all the way to now, you know, I didn't understand the fullness of the situation, but I understood enough to realize that, you know, I'm on a spiritual warfare attack as aligning to the Bible. That's how I look at it. So I've come to the conclusion that, you know, with all of these things happening, I mean, the only purpose or the only reason that it will be happening to my life at all is because of my faith, man. The fact that I'm a Christian. That's the only logical explanation.